That was really tricky. I like those ones though, when they confuse you, because they show there's no sense of a neat formula to any of these pathways that we go on. They're all very different and very varied. So let's move on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, 2 hours, 35 minutes and 34 seconds. Probably 35. So, Aquarius. Let's get on with Aquarius. Not much laughter in these, but these are dark wounds that need to be dealt with. So, Aquarius. Let's get my blanket up. Aquarius. What's the wound for Aquarius? I'm not taking that one because we've already had that as a wound and you're not getting the same wound. So, Aquarius, it was protection. Aquarius. Aquarius. There's your wound. Oh, and there's your Apollo destiny marker. Oh, interesting. You've got the same end as Aquarius, as Capricorn just had. 43, compassion. What is your wound? Compassion. An inability to see compassion. That's fascinating. Fixed air that you are. And then angel assistance as your healing. The energy of these two cards is incredibly beautiful, but I'm being told to add a card. I'm sensing that there's a notion of needing to understand the dark side of Aquarius, because we always see Aquarius as some kind of hippie, trippy kind of rainbow farts sort of frequency, and there's a lot of rainbow farts all over these cards. See there and there, but there's something darker. You can sense it. So what's, oh, you see, it's from the past. I've just had a folding of my ear. The frequency's just gone into a really weird frequency pattern. It folded open and then rang. Like there's something from long ago trying to come in. So this compassion is coming with clear and activate and channel your knowledge. It's like, yeah, it's something coming in from very, very past, but it's critical judgment. It's like, I want to say that somehow you project critical judgment on others. And it's an energy from the past. It's a very fixed air energy. It's like there's like a shadow just in the past. I need to ask about this shadow. You're meant to be creating a sacred space, but there's a darkness within you that's stopping you doing it. There's a sort of, there's something a bit, I want to say, there's like an injustice or a disappointment, or there's like a divine rage underneath it. And it's like something from the past that's an old frequency. So, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of, in this deck, of just a disappointment with everything. It's like you've criticized everything that grew on this tree, everything that blossomed, everything that bloomed, that you've stripped the tree bare. And that's, I want to say it's the Yggdrasil tree. It's like you've stripped bare all that was sacred, all that was passion. But why? I just keep glancing across to my channeled information to see if any of that links into it, but it's not. This is, they're just giving me another energy. It doesn't matter which way you turn this, it doesn't matter which way you look at this, that you're meant to be Aquarius. You're meant to be this air sign of wonderful flowing energy, and yet there's something about it that's stopping you blooming with any compassion. And the weirdest thing is, as I move these cards around, they kind of, they're joining together. They're creating new shapes and frequencies, and you can move them into other spaces, and they just keep creating some kind of, you know, energetic form that seems to go together, and yet it doesn't at all. It's these two, they've got energies that roll into each other across the card. It's a sense of like being overly watched or helicoptered, or there's something about being you know, obviously it's easy to say being given no compassion, Aquarius, but there's something to do with like being spied on as a child, or there's a criticism that came to you that's developed into you criticizing everything around you in your desire to be an individual, without realizing that you've actually cleared everything. This is to clear and activate. You've cleared everything entirely. That's your dark energy. And then you have the High Priestess and Temperance, but both of these are, there's something deeply emotionless. I don't understand. And when we turn it round, we've got Mercury, we've got Sulfur, we've got healing, we've got pointing to something. She's pointing to something in particular. She's put down her scrolls. She's connected to Saturn. It's a deed, something specific. What is this deed? What is this moment in Aquarius that's given them this dark energy? Empress. It's like birth. The moment of life. Why would life and birth make the Aquarian wound the critical inability to show compassion? They're getting very hard, these messages, as we're going through. So, the Empress was 3, and now we've got 6 and 3. So what I'm getting is is I'm getting Mercury again in Aquarius. Mercury, there's something about the throat chakra. I'm getting just being poked and poked and poked and poked till all of your sort of abundant, loving energy was just poked right down at birth somehow. That's very heavy. And again, we've got Ninlil, and Ninlil brings life back together, but there's something sulphurous and choking about this energy, Aquarius. So let's find what the balm is. Let's find why. Let's ask. Come on, Aquarius. How does Aquarius get out of this? How does Aquarius get out of this? How does Aquarius get out of this? So it started with the Magician, but the Magician was upside down and he's facing away. I think you've got to recognize the truth of the seed. There's something about the frequency of your birth being connected to your male lineage, and like it's almost like you Aquarius are not comfortable with something from your male line, your ancestors, your physicality, and yet this card is drawing me to the fact that you were born to be something so beautiful and flowery. And you have the Five of Cups, and that Five of Cups is like this. It's that nitpicking. It's almost like the shadows that you have that should really be a bridge to your beauty and your light have knocked over these, have spilled out all of these cups, and inside there's a scorpion. You've been stung by some kind of masculine energy, and I wanted to say brutality, but it's so awkward with these frequencies. And in order to move forwards, you've got to lift out the wounds. You've got to do it, Aquarius. You've got this card here, which is talking about Nine of Swords now represents lifting out all the pains and cleaning them up as you move through this tunnel. And if you turn this card around, this shadowy, dark energy that is here, and these really do represent something else, is just, you can see that frequency just here. You've got to stop looking at the pattern. So it's something to do with the compulsive repetition at a single moment. I want to say maybe of sort of some kind of humiliation or something that upset you so much, and you're waiting for a change in that, but the change can only come if you create it, because you're being given the card of Justice. You know, Justice is air energy, it's Libra, it's one of your partner frequencies. You know, this is your time now. We've got the Great Conjunction is in your sign, and this sword makes the 10th to make the completion and the new beginning. Why angelic assistance? I need to know, because it doesn't feel like there's an outside energy. Why angelic assistance? 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 So there is some kind of assistance. You've got the message of 8-8, the 8-8, the Lion's Gateway portal coming in. The key to you moving forwards will be coming after the 8-8, and this is when you'll come into your new compassionate, balanced energy. So you've got to move through this tunnel to identify this issue, and you've got to this card always talks about rewiring. Oh look, and it's Mars in Leo. I don't know whether Mars will get to Leo and pass through, but Mars is passing through Leo, and Leo is where the 8-8 portal is. So your frequency, your healing, Aquarius, is a little bit slower. It's not just through this passageway, but you need to work on things in this passageway. And then I'm being told that that's what comes, this frequency. This is when you get to move into your understanding of compassion. Look, it's rainbows again. You're getting the rainbow frequency, but you've got to look at your dark wound that's from some kind of masculine energy, frequency, person. I kind of want to say it feels a little bit like, it feels like a physical, like a smacking, or a, and I don't mean necessarily from your own parent or father. It feels like something that was an outside moment of trauma that came. That might just be for someone. It feels like getting a big kick up the arse by someone who had no right to do that. Someone who humiliated or punished you, who was male, who had no right to do it. So let's move on to Pisces before my computer runs out of energy. So let's get all these cards back in. So Pisces, 2 hours 53 and 7 seconds. Oh, let's make it 10. Pisces. So Pisces. Pisces. What is the wound for Pisces? What is the wound for Pisces? Dark Night of the Soul, 11. What is the wound, please, for Pisces? What is the wound? Oh no, we've done the wound. We're asking for what's the energy out. Cosmic Dragon. There's some kind of eternal union. This card has been plaguing me throughout. I'm going to keep it at the top, and it's also drawn me to this Ascended Masters. Pisces. There's something really hugely impactful, but the Dark Night of the Soul, life brings new meaning. He's not talking. It's just a dark night of the soul. It doesn't feel specific enough. So, Pisces. What is this dark night of the soul? What is this dark night of the soul? want to say your primal wound. It's something about don't touch. It's something about not being touched, maybe. It comes with this card of the Chariot, and this Chariot has this frequency of, again, the sense of not being part of anything, being, I want to say being sort of hailed. Yeah, look, that's why these are here. It's all about not being touched. Was there some kind of medical wound where you could be touched? Because in this card, look, touching. In this card, she's touching. Forget the sort of intimacy of it. And in this card, the Ascended Masters card, it's touching. It's the hands. There's something to do with not being touched, and yet the energy I'm getting is that you have some kind of healing within your hands, because you've got a rainbow dragon. So why is this primal wound? I'm seeing images of like many things. I'm seeing the images of like eczemas, or broken skins, or some kind of a sort of, it's discomfort. It's the touch is causing a discomfort, and whether okay, so it's some kind of premature birth. You couldn't be touched. That's what they're showing me. It's like you missed very early intimate moments to bond with your parents, and it was not your parents' intention for that to be the case. This is what this is. It's like the incubator being carried across, and how that caused this frequency of parental emotions to break forth, and then this you feeling as you grow in isolation, seeking, journeying, feeling just constantly all the time alone, because that initial frequency of human touch. And look, it's not that your parents didn't love you. That's not the energy I'm getting. It's got something to do with a prematureness or an illness or something that stopped you being touched intimately. We have the card of the Magician. It's like he's not touching anything. Everything's just telekinetically around him. So what's the salve? What's the medicine here? How do we get past this energy, please? How do we get past this energy, please? How does Pisces work with this? How does Pisces work with this? Okay, so it began with the Princess of Discs. I'm being told it's a thorny issue. It's a thorny issue with you. It's a difficult energy for you to bring up, and that's something that you've got to transform. This is Chiron energy, but this is Chiron the alchemist, Chiron with the healing arts. You can't transform. You can't. This thorny issue, you need to plug into it, and you need to speak with the parents, These cards are coming across as really passionate parents, and the energy I'm getting is that you are scared to speak to them about this because you feel it's a criticism of their parenting love and their passions. They're really passionate. They really want to be with you. Look, there's such emotional stability here. True emotional stability. They've got, this is your parents. They never turned your back on you. It's a perception because your body didn't have physical touch. And so this is you as kind of Chiron wounding. You were wounded by the lack of touch, that the idea that the touch would have hurt you somehow. And I'm getting all itches like skin disorders. And this has been a self-imposed prison for you, and yet really they've all they've wanted to do is to be with you, to release you from your own bonds, but you've got to bring that energy to your parents. So let's go to the rainbow dragon. What is this rainbow dragon, and what does it mean for you? What is this rainbow dragon, and what does it mean for Pisces? What is this rainbow dragon, and what does it mean for Pisces? So the first card that came out is the Devil. This is going back to this energy of the lack of physical touch created a self-imposed torment. But it's as simple as that. It's just a torment. It's conjured you up, it's restricted you, and it's not meant to be there. The second card that came out is being nourished by the love, being in abundance. It's almost, but it's like you don't want to believe, you can't believe that in this tunnel, that there's a healing, but you have to instigate it with the family or the people. It could be a lover that couldn't touch you properly. There's something to do with a repeating echo of touch. And then we have the Prince of Discs. This is moving forwards with wisdom, moving into a controlled energy, but doing it, it's empowering. You've got to do this, Pisces, to empower yourself. You've got to make that move. It's bringing you a cosmic gift. I'm going to ask, what is your cosmic gift? Because to me, it seems like you're a touch healer, and that's freaking your mind out as I'm saying it. So, please, explain the rainbow dragon for Pisces. Explain the rainbow dragon, please, for Pisces. Explain the rainbow dragon for Pisces. Oh, it's lovely, Pisces. So look, that which hurt you heals you. It's the Three of Swords. Growing here is a new energy, and you're looking at the heartache and you're not seeing the new energy behind. What is that new energy? It's this energy of love that you felt was never there for you, flowing. You are that energy, and it comes with the sun. So look, you are touching the centaur. You and the centaur are one. You're bringing that touch, the healing touch of love from out of the shadows. Look, there's you again as your balanced centaur frequency, your Chiron frequency, and you're bringing healing energy to everybody, like a cosmic touching, that brings wishes and joy to people. It's a really beautiful energy, Pisces. So that's all the signs done. That was long, and I've got another I need to do a reading about the actual tunnels and the energy frequencies that are there, and I've got some other lovely things to do, some at night and some at day, because there's a bike here and I can go off for a ride and see things. So thank you all so much for sitting through a 3-hour movie premiere. So that was heavy energy, but there's lots of beauty inside that, because every time there's a darkness and we heal from it, we grow and we help others to grow by our light. So I'm going to say good night to the moon, and good night to the sun, and good night to all of you, and see you all very soon. Wassail.